Hi, hello everybody. This is mathematics class and I am still Miss Anne Okara. Today we are going to take a quick look at mean, median, mode and range. I know a lot of us are familiar with mean, median and mode. Only very few people are familiar with range. But all in all, I got you covered. Okay, so let's dive right in. So in this lesson, we are going to learn about the meaning of mean, median, mode, and range. We're going to take a look at each of those things one after the other. We're going to learn how to calculate them because there are calculations involved. So we're going to learn how to calculate mean, median, mode, and range, and how to apply this concept to solve real life world problems. So let's first look at a number set. Now, a number set simply is a group of numbers, a collection of numbers put together. Okay, so when you have different numbers coming together, we call it a number set. So we're going to be dealing a lot with number sets. So finding the mean of a number set, median of a number set, mode and range of different number sets. Okay, so you can have an example over here of what a number set looks like. You can see the numbers 12, 15, 18, 20, and 25. The different numbers but put together they form what we call a number set. So let's look at the mean. Now the mean is the average of a number set. Remember that we said a number set is a collection of numbers, a group of numbers. So the mean is the average of a number set. How do you find the mean? You're going to be given different numbers. That's a number set. What you do is add those number sets together. Divide it by how many numbers make up the number set. For example, okay, let's look at a quick example. So for example, now I have a number set. Now in this number set, I have the numbers 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30. Now, what I'm going to do is to try and find the mean, which means I should find the average of this number set. So I said add up all the numbers in the number set. So I'm going to go 10 plus 15 plus 20 plus 25 plus 30. Now divide it by how many numbers make up that number set. Now I have five numbers in that number set, which are 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So by the time I add up my 10 plus 15 plus 20 plus 25 plus 30, that gives me 100. So adding up all those numbers gives me 100. Now that 100 divided by how many numbers make up the number set, which is five numbers in this case. So I have 100 divided by 5 and that gives me 20. So that way we have found the average, which is the mean of this number set, and our mean is 20. So moving on to median. Median simply means the middle number. Median simply means the middle number. So all you have to do is once again you'll be given a number set. Now the first step is to arrange the number set from the smallest number to the biggest number. So arrange it in ascending order from the smallest number to the biggest number and then look for the number that is in the middle. Now it's very easy for you to find the number in the middle when you have odd numbers. Like for example, if you have five numbers in the number set, know that the third number is going to be your median because three is going to be in the middle. Now, when you have maybe seven numbers in the number set, know that your middle is going to be the fourth number, and so on and so forth. You have nine numbers in the number set, the fifth number is going to be the median because that will be the number in the middle. So it's easy when you have odd numbers. But when you have even numbers like eight, how do you find the number in the middle? You're going to have two numbers in the middle of eight. So how do you go about finding the numbers in the middle? All you have to do is those two numbers in the middle, add them together and divide it by 2, and that gives you your median. So let's take a look at some examples. So now for my median, I have a number set, and the numbers in the number set are 12, 25, 18, 20, and 15. Remember I said step 1, arrange it from the smallest number to the biggest number. So from the smallest, I have 12 being the smallest number, followed by 15, 18, 20, and 25. So you can see that I've arranged it from the smallest number to the biggest number. So my smallest number is 12, my biggest number is 25. Now, since I have five numbers, which is an even and odd number, five is an odd number, I can easily find the number in the middle. And I can clearly see that the number in the middle is 18. Can you see that? So 18 is the number in the middle, and therefore 18 is my median. So let's look at example number 2, whereby we have an even number set. The first example we had an odd number set. Now we have an even number set. And these my even numbers. I have four numbers, and those four numbers are 12, 25, 18, and 20. So what do I do? I arrange it from the smallest number to the biggest number. So that is 12, 18, 20, and 25. So I've arranged that. And now I look for the numbers in the middle. So you can see what I was saying. We have two numbers in the middle, and those two numbers are 18 and 20. So I can't just pick any one and say, okay, 18 is my favorite number and I go with 18. It's not balanced. I can't just pick 20. It won't be balanced. So what do? I take those two numbers, add them together, and divide it by 2. So 18 plus 20, that will give me 38, and I divide 38 by 2, and that gives me 19. So my median is 19. So as simple as that. So finally, for my mode, mode simply means the numbers that appears the most. The number that you can see repeating itself. You can see that number, you've seen it once, you see it again, you see it the third time, you see it the fourth time. So that is mode. So the number that keeps appearing the most. Now a number set can have one mode. Sometimes you can just have only one number that appears a couple of times. And sometimes you can have maybe a number of modes, maybe like two modes or three modes. That means two numbers appearing over and over again, or even three numbers appearing over and over again. And sometimes you can have no mode at all. Like all of them, there is no number that appears the most. So most can be like that. So you can have just one number, and you can have two, three numbers, or no number at all. So look at this example. In my number set, I have 7, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10, and 12. So you can see that this number set has two numbers that appear more than once. So therefore, in this number set, I have two modes. So you can see I have multiple modes, which are two modes, and those two modes are 9 and 10, because 9 appears twice and 10 also appears twice. Now for range, range is simply the difference. You know when they say find the difference simply means subtraction, minus. So range is simply the difference between the big number and the small number, the larger number and the smaller number, or the largest number and the smallest number. That is just your range. So largest number minus smaller number, that is also range. So looking at an example, again, I have my number set. In my number set, I have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. My formula is the largest number minus the smallest number. And in my number set, the largest number is 25 and the smallest number is 5. So 25 minus 5, that gives me 20. So my range is equals to 20. Practice time. So let's look at this number set, and looking at this number set, I want you to find the mean, median, mode, and range of the numbers in this number set. So my numbers are 5, 10, 12, 15, 12, 20, and 25. Remember that for your mean, add it together and divide by how many numbers you have. For your median, arrange it from the smallest number to the biggest number and look for the number in the middle. So if you have two numbers in the middle, add them together and divide by 2. And for my mode, look at the number that appears the most. And then for the range, just simply do the biggest number minus the smallest number, and you're good to go. So have fun. So to summarize, we looked at statistics, and under statistics, we looked at the mean, median, mode, and range. And we said that the mean is the average. So add all the numbers together, divide by how many numbers you have all together, and you have your mean. And for your median, arrange it from the smallest number to the biggest number and look for the number in the middle. Sometimes you can have two numbers in the middle. All you have to do is add them together and divide by 2. And for your mode, the number that appears the most. And we've learned that sometimes you can have just one number appearing the most. Sometimes you can have two numbers, three numbers appearing the most. Write all of them out together as your mode. And sometimes you can have no mode at all. And for your range, simply do the biggest number minus the smallest number, and that gives you your range. So the mean is the average number, median is the middle number, mode is the common number, and range is simply the difference between the biggest number and the smallest number. So with that, we have come to the end of today's class. See you in our next class. Bye bye.